Savory eats this morning. I'm gonna do a snack I actually started doing back in like 2007 approximately. It wasn't when I started off running immediately. So I started running and it was partially for class, partially to lose weight, or not for class. It was in advance of class to kind of get prepared for class, and fitness, health and wellness. And I started running with myself as coach January 2006 and have continued to present. I'm filming this Friday, 13 October 2023. City of Shoreline, King County, Washington State, United States of America, Plant Earth, the original and starting community within City of Shoreline. And so I focused on eating vegetables, and it took me a little bit of time to find like a dipping sauce, so to speak, that matched my tastes. And it was kind of, it really came with the running and lifestyle change. So I'm going to eat an English cucumber, or part of an English cucumber, which is a little bit different than the cucumbers we used to grow in the backyard, which are a little bit wider and kind of have more of a, they have kind of like more elevated bumps that can be a little bit spiky on the top or have dimples and stuff. And this one English cucumbers are longer, narrower, and kind of have grooves on them, and I'll show you that. And then, since this is the English cucumber, not a Scottish cucumber, but, no, or is it really Scottish by origins? Harry Potter was English, and J.K. Rowling was English, not Scottish, though the book series was inspired largely by Scotland and the natural landscape of Scotland. I'm Scottish and English and Irish and stuff. But I had started reading. Since it was on my reading list, so I was just like, since I'm eating an English cucumber, I'll bring it up. Alright, so let's get started with the cucumber. We'll do half. So this is going to be a English cucumber with classic yellow mustard. This is my dipping sauce of choice for vegetables. It's just plain yellow mustard. It helps because of the vinegar, I think it is. Vinegar helps with cramps on PMS and stuff like that. So there's kind of like striations on the surface of the English cucumber. And fun, so I went to Scotland in July 2019 for a heritage travel trip, and best cucumbers I've ever had. Best bananas I've ever had were in the Dominican Republic, but best cucumbers I've ever had were in Scotland. So I'm going to just cut some slices. Now I think everybody, not everybody, but people like to play the, who was Harry Potter based on? Was he based on anybody? And from this little quartet family, so I have my mom, my dad, and one sibling, an older sister. And I've gotten through, I'm on page like 26 right now. It's slow. I forgot how much I hate the style of the book, like the style of the writing. And then the Harry Potter, in like the characters love lemon flavored things, and that's like my sister. I remember the first time we went through it, my sister was like in her lemon phase, and it was just like, why did they have to choose lemon? Now everything we eat's gonna have to be lemon because she's the firstborn and she's the oldest, and what she says goes, except for when she copies me and then she lies and says it was her idea. Firstborn syndrome, yeah, kind of thing. All right, so here's the half of the cucumber. Now, oh, I guess I can do, so, and then here is the, we'll do classic yellow mustard Frenchies. And I'll do a little, make sure it's shaken up. Alright, and then I dip. So good. I would take a Tupperware container of this to work when I was a lifeguard and swim instructor and stuff, and eat my cucumber with mustard. I would do like raw onion, bell peppers, and eat my veggies. And other veggies too, ones like summer squash and stuff like that. Carrots, tomatoes, why do I think, or if we're throwing ideas out there, why would Harry Potter be based on my sister? The entire premise of the uniqueness of Harry Potter comes down to something he experienced when he was a baby. He lived. He was the kid that lived. And I was like, okay, so like thinking of my sister and I was natural born, so I was second born, meaning my mom didn't use any drugs or anything, and I just kind of came right out. Good kid, normal, didn't have any problems at birth. My sister, on the other hand, had the umbilical cord wrapped around her neck twice, and like the doctors were all concerned and just like, you know, had to rush to her. Glorious, get the umbilical cord taken off. Glory to her for coming into the world, and she survived. The umbilical cords did not strangle her, and she did not choke, and so there was a lot of like, you know, Jesus Christ kind of phenomenon going on there, where the doctors embraced her and glory to her kind of more than their own children. And so they actually, the reason I'm like, okay, well, anybody could find something at birth, right? That makes somebody, the person who lived. Now, if it really were my sister, if I wanted to get really like, let me look into it. Let me see. Oh no, I'm on page 27. No, am I? I lost my, oh crap. I don't actually know where I am. That's good. No, I think 27, was it 27? It could have wrapped its body twice around Uncle Vernon's car and crushed it into a trash can. Something wrapped around something twice. Page 27. This is the October 1998 first American edition. Approximately 25 years old. Something wrapped around something twice. It's my sister! Harry Potter's my sister! Okay, based on my sister. My sister's a wizard? I didn't know that. I'm a muggle. Her parents are muggles. Unless they've been hiding things from me. I'm pretty normal. I embraced normalcy. I didn't have strange things happen when I grew up. It's like his strange things that happen always, you know, just so happen to like make fun of other people around him. It's like, that's so my sister. She'd do like a prank or something and not tell us. And be like, nah. And then we'd find out and she was just lying. This is what I'm saying. I really didn't like this book. I still am not necessarily a fan because of how much the main character is like my sister. I just read it and go, this isn't a book I'm reading because it's like me. Alright, I'm reading it because, why am I reading it? It's the 25th anniversary. This is like the third time I've read it. Second time I've read it. Third time I've listened to it or read it. The first time going through this book was not actually me reading it. I was so young when this came out, I couldn't read it. My reading was not at that level. So my mama read it to me. And this and the other Harry Potter books. I have one more food. They became very much not fun because I was not a good reader. And I had to we were like required to read them, my sister and I, when they came out. And eventually it graduated to my sister or I having to read passages of this book. And I was even worse at reading out loud than I was at reading. So these are like traumatic books. So like I'm reading this right now and I'm going, well, not like right now as in filming it, but like this is the book I'm reading currently. And it's like, man, so much trauma. So much trauma. But working through that, I'm an adult now. Interesting to come back and just like remember all of that when I'm reading it. I'm only on page 27. Also, I completely forgot the entire storyline of the first book. I'm like reading it and I'm like, this was the first book? Whoa. When was the last time I read this book? 20 years ago? When was the last time I watched this movie? A decade ago? I don't know. I feel like we watched some of the later Harry Potters more. But yeah, like, whoa. I completely forgot. And Was that my amnesia? I don't know. I remember reading it on my own later after the, hearing it. It might be my 4th time reading it. It's my 3rd or 4th time. But I remember being like, I hate this book so much. It'd be cool to get amnesia just to forget it. Was that the reason I got amnesia? Was this book made me so miserable that I actually fell backwards intentionally? I fainted, actually. All right. I'm gonna stop there. A cup of cucumber is like somewhere between 20 and 40 calories. So this is a low calorie, very tasty snack. I give this a 60 out of 10. And this is just an English cucumber and yellow mustard. Oh, and mustard is 0 calories. So this is the Tanis diet, like hardcore, but also just like the Tanis, Tanis Corley, Leonhardi. This is just like, I just love this pairing, and it just so happens that it's low calorie, but I love this stuff, like, whether I'm on or off a diet. It's a way of getting veggies, and it's a way of enjoying something tasty. Savory eats of an English cucumber, or not an English, Savory eats of English cucumber with yellow mustard.